dear members of the City Council, Mayor McFarland, Chief Deck Brown. I'm the Reverend Canon Michael Buerkel Hunn. I serve the Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of North Carolina, the Right Reverend Michael Curry, as his Canon to the Ordinary, his Chief Pastoral Representative, and I speak to you today on his behalf. Like all people of faith and goodwill gathered here today, the Episcopal churches in Raleigh and individual followers of Jesus, known as Episcopalians, have long been in relationship with people who find themselves homeless or in need in this city. Christ Church and the Church of the Good Shepherd are Episcopal churches closest to Moore Square. But many, if not all, of the 12 Episcopal churches in Wake County are also stakeholders. In addition, St. Augustine's University and St. Mary's School are downtown institutions founded by the Episcopal Church. And several years ago, our diocesan office moved to 200 West Morgan Street as a sign of our commitment to downtown Raleigh. We remain deeply committed to following Jesus' command to give food to the poor and to clothe the naked. And we do so in our neighborhoods, where we live. The Episcopal Church of the Good Shepherd started and continues to host Shepherd's Table, which feeds an average of 300 people each weekday. Good Shepherd has also employed a priest on staff whose ministry is focused on outreach to those on the streets downtown. Christ Episcopal Church, right off Capitol Square, has a ministry called Clark's Promise, which pays a psychiatric nurse to walk the streets, providing care to people who are homeless or in need. Many Sundays of the year, high school and middle school students from Christ Church and other churches prepare bag lunches and walk a couple of blocks south to the sidewalks around Moore Square, where they offer food to our neighbors. I think it's fair to say that we weren't aware those middle schoolers and high schoolers were breaking the law, and they weren't trying to have an event to take up the whole of Moore Square. We'd rather not purchase an $800 permit in order to practice our faith, but we'll do it if we need to. Our churches provide shelter to families needing food and a roof through Wake Interfaith Housing Network. Episcopalians support the Step Up ministry, which helps people out of homelessness. St. Ambrose Episcopal Church, for example, in southeast Raleigh, delivers groceries to needy families in southeast Raleigh. My friend, the Reverend Hugh Hallowell at Love Wins Ministries, talks about homelessness being a relationship problem, not a housing problem. There are more than enough spare bedrooms in Raleigh to house all of the homeless people here, but you've got to really know and trust someone to invite them to sleep on your couch or in your guest room. You end up on the street not only because you've run out of resources, but because you've run out of relationships with people who can help you out. If you're chronically ill without health care, or if you've got untreated mental illness, if you're new in town and there are no friends or family around to ask for help, that's how you end up homeless. The situation in Moore Square is a relationship problem, not the homeless people's relationship problem, our relationship problem. How do we live together in downtown Raleigh? Those who are poor and those who are not, those in need and those with an abundance of resources. We need to work on our relationships. The Episcopal Church has relationships with homeless sisters and brothers here in Raleigh, and we also have deep and long-standing relationships with brothers and sisters in the business, law enforcement, and government communities. We want to be part of a creative way forward for all of our brothers and sisters, those in need and those who wish to serve them. And today we offer our parking lot at 200 West Morgan Street, if that would be a helpful food distribution site in the short term.
And co-founder of the Interfaith Food Shuttle. For the past 25 years, we have dealt with the issues of hunger and poverty in Wake County, where 100,000 people do live in poverty, but particularly in Raleigh. Raleigh is a city I love. Understand that. I've been at the back of the room, and many times I've been almost in tears, hearing people, colleagues, and friends talk about this issue. And what I've learned over the past 25 years is it's not your problem or your problem or your problem or your problem. It's ours. Yeah. This is our city, and we share it, and we don't solve it by drawing lines in the sand. One of my heroes is here, Patrick O'Neill, and I'm not going to agree with everything you said today. But I want to tell you a lesson I learned from him 20 years ago. If you want to know the issue of who is hungry, then you go to Shepherd's Table and you sit with them and you eat with them. You become part of them and they become part of you. And that is how we will build this city. Not by, and I really do take issue with feeding on Moore Square, not by handing out meals on Moore Square, but by building community rooms where people come in and eat together. We can do that. This is the smartest and best group issue of hunger in Raleigh. We can figure this out if we call groups together, call these great minds together, and figure out how we can sit at the same tables. That is where we will build the great city in the world.